Hot water with lemon.
I've been really on the hot water and lemon tip.
I mean, we've been on the hot water and lemon tip because we've always been Chinese.
I mean, in my soul.
It's not a Chinese time in my life. It's a Chinese life of my life.
Is it Chinese life?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, is it even Chinese life? Or is it just life?
It's just life.
That's the ticket.
China's in here.
It's in your fucking heart. Okay. I'm feeling better now that we're laughing.
Okay. Do you like our change of flowers?
I just noticed those.
Mm-hmm. It's red for China.
For the money.
For the luck and fortune.
When did you get those?
Valentine's.
Who got them for you?
Hi, this is Joey.
Hey, this is Miles.
This is SPILF.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like last episode was the last time that I was feeling really down about very many things. You win Best Friend Award all the time. Thank you for supporting me.
That's nice.
But what's great and what sucks is I feel like it's always like one of us is up, one of us is down.
Yeah, I mean, you are a Scorpio and I'm a Gemini, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so now that we up, meaning me, we, you're not feeling so great. What's going on in your world, babe?
Yeah, this word disillusionment keeps coming up for me in a really real way. I'm actually feeling a little emotional even saying it out loud, but I just feel really disillusioned, like with the world, with my personal life. I'm just kind of like, bleh. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that bubble pop happened for me with the new moon in Leo, and it happened with you in the solar eclipse on Aquarius back to back.
Yeah.
2 weeks after each other. As Leo risings. The shit hits different.
Yeah, I just feel like really, it kind of feels like I'm walking through molasses. And what's cool is I think when I was younger and I'd get depressed, it was the walls were closing in and it was really earth shattering. And I feel on top of it, I just feel really like, yeah, disillusioned. Well, am I even going to be alive long enough to like still be human? Or are we all becoming fucking robots? AI is taking over, like everything. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. The FYP doesn't help.
Yeah, I need to like get off of there. I started reading a book again for the first time in like 2 years, like a normal book, which honestly has been pretty nice.
I do think that feeling of walking through molasses or when things are going slow, it is literally your body asking you to take it slow and re-examine and reflect. And instead of just immediately distracting yourself, trying to find a way through the mud.
Yeah, I think that's what's different this time is I feel pretty focused in the way of, okay, nothing's really feeling right anymore, and what feels right. So it's not like, oh, the world is ending disaster. It's more just like, okay, I need to like step into what is feeling the best for Miles. It's almost like positive depression.
It's almost like you truly have to hit rock bottom where you realize the only way out is up from here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the fear factor for me, though, is my rock bottoms are pretty dark. So I immediately am wondering if I'm going down the hill, but it really feels like I'm walking uphill. I'm just like, damn, this hill is steep right now. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, I know when I'm in that state and I call my friends. I mean, you heard me call you a few weeks ago. Like, I don't want to wake up tomorrow. So of all of the people who really understand that feeling, I see a twin.
Yeah.
But how does that manifest for you? Like when you aren't feeling great about yourself, what are some things that come up?
I mean, I immediately just feel really bad about my body and how I look, and I feel really gross. I mean, there's like a reason I'm wearing like a giant parka today. Kind of want to like hide from like the world. Like I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear from me, but I don't want you to look at me. Yeah. It like manifests like just things I've been dealing with for a really long time. And it mostly comes out with me kind of like assaulting my body. Not physical harm, but you know, just the mirror is like my mortal enemy.
And just a trigger warning for our audience. Today we might be talking about body dysmorphia and eating disorders, depression, suicide, and neurodivergence. If this makes you uncomfortable, feel free to just skip this episode.
Yeah, because you're looking at the poster boy.
Yeah. So we were chatting about it a little before, and I fully understand the concept of when you don't feel great, you don't want to be perceived. I think a lot of people understand that. I mean, it's hard for the average person on a good day to feel like they want to be perceived by people. And we're two people who put ourselves out openly on the internet in our community to be perceived by a lot of people, sometimes millions of people.
Yeah.
But the thing that I haven't experienced myself, if you're comfortable about talking about it,
Yeah, of course.
are your body issues around not wanting to be seen, wearing a big jacket, not eating, being hypercritical about the way that you look. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
I feel this is so gay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. What do you want to know?
For example, when you're feeling like you don't want to be perceived, when you and I talk, it's very much like, I don't want to see this video because I don't like the way that I look.
Yeah. I get upset because it feels so stupid. It's just okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I get super emotional about it because it feels dumb, right? I have two worlds in my brain. One being I'm a guy, so it feels taboo. And then two, I grew up in the modeling industry, like in a really real way. Like I wasn't just like a model in my Instagram bio. Like I feel really emasculated at times for the fact that I was a model because, the way that was perceived is not very good. I'm a guy, like, you know what I'm saying? So it just feels so silly. But I think today I had a big moment with it because I like look back and I'm just like, man, like the things that were so normal in my world are just like so not okay. And I'm a part of that generation, as are you, where we didn't have the language around things being like toxic or whatever. And to be honest, we didn't have body positive modeling when I was coming up. You had to be fucking skinny. That's it. There's no I'm not knocking it, but it's just there was no such thing.
Yeah, I think this conversation is very timely, with people watching the America's Next Top Model documentary and realize just how pervasive and okay it seemed to like talk to people who are models and constantly talk about their weight, constantly calling you fat, constantly commenting or like where you could be thinner and thinner and thinner because you were a literal hanger for clothes.
Yeah. I mean, I think even the America's Next Top Model thing is like a bit funny for me because no one on that show are models. Like Tyra Banks is a model, but none of them work. We were serious models. I did Fashion Week 4 times a year. And it's this weird thing where the whole time you're sitting there saying to yourself, I don't care about this because I'm just going to call a spade. Like what straight guy grows up wanting to be a fucking model? I'm sorry. We don't. I didn't know what a model was but until I became one, but I became a model at 15 and I immediately was put on a diet. That's a weird thing. In hindsight, it's a weird thing. God bless her, and she was trying her best and she wanted me to exceed at an opportunity, but I remember my mom would call me at lunch and check on what I was eating.
And you were still a child.
I was 15. The contradiction is during that time I was also just I was in like a hardcore band and like running around with cholos, like, so it's a really weird dichotomy for me. I think it just sits so far down in my brain
because it began so long ago.
Yeah.
I just also want to go back a second and acknowledge that the hurt that you feel isn't dumb. Like it comes from somewhere. And I do think that you were brought up in cultures where you have a very clear idea of what you think a man should be like, what they should care and should not care about. But I hope that in your maturity, you realize that like your feelings are valid. It's okay for you to feel the way that you feel and care about the things that you care about because you're a human.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying. I think my generation, just in general of men, it's tough for us. We're really one of the last generations who were raised to not feel. And I'm so sensitive on top of the fact that I did this job that I was embarrassed by for 20 years. You know, people think, I get this all the time, you're professionally good looking. What the fuck are you talking about? You have to remember that when all of you were interning and going to college and you have all of these talents now, I don't have any of those because I was modeling. Yeah, granted, I was making as much as a doctor was in my teens, but there's just so much insecurity because it's not like I was like in the military. You know what I mean? Like, but now to explore the psychology behind like the way we were spoken to and treated, and just to be 35, especially like a father, and especially just a man who there's a certain element of like prowess you want to have as a straight man. It's just, I can't even be affectionate with women. Sometimes my body dysmorphia is so bad. Like, I'll make an excuse to not see you because I just can't face myself, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like one of the lucky ones. I have contemporaries who are bulimic. I can't imagine being a 42-year-old man and being bulimic. But see, like, even that is so toxic because it's like we also were raised in this industry to be like, well, I'm not that bad. Like,
Yeah.
I was literally raised in an industry where it's not weird to watch people make themselves throw up or eat cotton balls. It's not weird. It's totally fucking normal. It's encouraged, actually. How do you contextualize that? Like,
just as an observer, I think there's a few things going on that contribute to this feeling of sadness. There's a ton of dissonance happening. First off, you have an imprint in your mind that men shouldn't be valued for their looks. They should be valued for other things like their strength, their prowess, their character, how they can provide skills, etc., because that's classic masculinity, right? It's more feminine to be prized for your looks. So there's that side that's like, you shouldn't care about how you look. And then you spend literally 20 years with people criticizing how you look and also applauding how you look. So you're always caught between these three extremes of my agents and all these people in the industry tell me I look like a fat cow. Yeah. And then there's all of these women and like normies telling me that I'm professionally good looking and so hot all the time. So it's like, so which one is it? And then while that push-pull happens, you have your culture and your family telling you like you shouldn't care at all because you're a man. So
you're
that's
also
really
missing
tough.
another one is that guys don't want to be my friend. Guys don't want to be my friend.
Yeah, because you're a good-looking guy.
Because you can't bring your girlfriend around me. But then also it's I'm less of a man than you because I don't have a 9 to 5. So it's like 4 parts.
Yeah. So, I mean, collectively, like none of those things are building your self-confidence. All of those things are tearing you down all the time. And then there's the dissonance of them being like there's 4 different messages.
Yeah.
It's not even everyone's on one side and they just agree on one way to hate me. It's like I can't win in any of those ways. And when it happens over the course of 20 years, it's understandable that it leaves a mark.
Yeah, and it's also sold to you as, why would you ever fuck up this opportunity? And then before you know it, it's been 20 years. Because why would you fuck up this opportunity?
Because it's so much cash.
It's even weird in my generation to do anything else. It's really hard to explain. You're also dealing with an industry that's like the size of a penny that feels like the entire world.
Yeah.
So
because it dictates so much of culture.
Yeah, but it's also just, it's so hard to enter. I mean, who is a model?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we're like the 1% of humans. Not because we're like so beautiful, but like literally, like it's a weird job. It's a very avant-garde career.
And it's not something that you can just work hard at.
No.
You either have it or you don't. It's really like, were you born with the genetic lottery of being tall, thin, and handsome?
Yeah, and then you are this, not a part-time model, like elite.
Who have you walked for?
I was one of the only white boys in the Givenchy show with Riccardo Tisci. I also have met Dolce & Gabbana guys like multiple times who literally were like, God, he's almost good enough, but he's just too fat. Like, this shit is set in front of your fucking face.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, name a brand. Like, I've done them all. I mean, there's also been like so much beauty in all of it too. Like, I think that's why I know so many people. But yeah, it's just a weird thing. And then it's just you get to an age where you're not modeling anymore, and like, what is your self-worth really?
Yeah.
Like, you're not good looking enough anymore, and you have no skill set, so you're just like fucked. I mean, I can't tell you how many male models I know who committed suicide. Also, super fucking normal. Like, what?
I think it's really tough with anyone I know who grew up in the modeling industry. And yes, like since the age of 14, 15 and serious modeling. It's hard to build self-esteem when you are primarily valued for your looks because you cannot earn that. You cannot build that. And looks, especially for female models, is the thing that the world tells you goes away the quickest.
Yep.
And it's also inevitable. So there's this like time box of I'm only valuable to anyone for something I can't control, and I'm definitely going to lose it.
Yeah.
And so how is that supposed to make anybody feel? Whereas if you had gone to college, if you had started a vocation, if you had pursued something that you really loved and put in your 10,000 hours, you can never take that time and effort away from you.
Yeah.
And so you're just left with this expiry date. And like you said, either no skills because you didn't have the time to develop them, or all of the skills that you developed as a professional model are no longer applicable because you can't get a job there because of your age. And so it is troubling in a lot of ways, but I think it's really troubling on a human level to tell someone that their value is just based on how they look, and that's going to go away for sure very soon.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to be an asshole, but have you ever met someone like the older model people?
No.
Someone in their 50s who's a career model.
I personally don't know a single one. Most of the people I know are in their 30s and used to model.
Yeah, like I just mean when you meet them, it's pretty palpable.
What is palpable?
The fact that what's palpable is it's like watching someone who's just not very here. I mean, there's outliers, as there are in any industry, right? I mean, LeBron James is in his 40s and still starting. So like there's always an outlier, but I've been around a lot of these, the generation before me, and they're not okay. Like they're either se- drug addicts still, or their relationships are really, really fucked up. There's still this thing of, oh, well, she still walks Dolce & Gabbana once a year. And it's like, yeah, but her life is fucked up. And so it's just really a strange thing. Now, I don't want to just talk about the modeling aspect, right? I think it's just what's coming up for me as well is just being a girl dad now. It's like, I feel like I really encourage my daughter to be herself, feel beautiful. And what I love about my kid is Max has been on set with me a couple times, and she hates it. Like, I exposed it to her so young that it was annoying to her, and I'm hoping that sticks with her.
Like it's not glamorized.
Hell no. I was on a magazine cover a year ago, and I bought it for her, and she literally laughed and like threw it down. Like, she does not care. Love that, right? Exposure therapy.
I also think that you and I are very careful when we raise our kids in the way that we show praise and affection. You and I are very cognizant of never just being like, oh, baby, you're so cute, or you're so pretty. We're always like, you're so funny, or like, I really loved what you said about that, or like, what was your favorite part of your day? We're not parents that center language around things and how they look. It's really like, what have you done and what are you proud of?
Yeah, exactly. So when we get dressed in the morning, I go, how do you feel? It's never you. Like, of course, man, I have a daughter. Of course, sometimes I'm like, wow, you are the cutest person of all time. But I always say, how do you feel? So like, there's little things I think I've learned from my own damage that are going to inform her in a really amazing way. But yeah, there's just days where I just can't. I can't. And the thing is unfortunately also all these things we're talking about, when you're coming up that way, the only thing you can control is your weight.
Yeah.
So it's also OCD control thing, because it's like everything is out of control. I don't know when I'm booking a job. I don't know when I'm getting paid. I don't know if the show I'm booked for tomorrow is actually good. Like, go down the list of any like career woes. Mine's times 100. And then it's like, well, the only thing I can control is I'm fucking really skinny right now. And I'm being praised for that.
Yeah, I definitely saw some of my friends go from having non-disordered eating to having disordered eating and body issues when we were going through the thick of instability because of our job
Right.
at American Apparel.
I mean, I was going to say, what was that like as a woman? Because American Apparel, for me, let's just talk from a modeling standpoint, it was like gross. Like, we were never even allowed to like talk to those casting directors. And I don't mean your work, like, I'm not dissing you. It's just, I remember looking at those ads and being like, oh, like, are these people okay? This is coming from me. Right?
Yeah.
Because at least for us, the image is luxury. The image is I'm better than you. Mm-hmm. American Apparel, what I loved about it too was it was just like, which is cool, but what the fuck was that like as a woman?
It felt real. Like if high fashion was unattainable, because like I am a short, stout, brown girl. Mm-hmm. Like I am never going to be 6 feet tall, 90 pounds, and Scandinavian. I'm just not.
Right.
So that might have been a like, I'm better than you ideal. I don't even want to want that because it's just not going to happen.
Right.
And so being brought up in the more American Apparel aesthetic, oh, I can actually be a dream girl or the ideal aesthetic in this sort of very alternative hipster way. That it's like, these are like literally the teen girl down the street in Echo Park. It is that party girl in Toronto.
So it kind
like
of
me.
felt empowering for you.
But I want to go back to the control thing.
Yeah.
Some of my friends, their lives are upended. Like they had grown up in a town and they were plucked out of obscurity, and all of a sudden they're traveling around the world. And we were told what we could and could not eat, could and could not wear, whether we could wear makeup, how our brows should look, how our hair should look. Like, we were very controlled by the culture. And so when you feel like you don't have any autonomy, the only autonomy you have is literally what you put in your mouth and what you can eat. And so in order to feel like you even have some sense of autonomy and control over your own life, it's like, well, I can always not eat.
Yeah.
And that sense of accomplishment of losing weight, it's like, well, I did something for myself and I stuck to it. I'm not saying that that's a healthy thing to do, but I saw it happen before my eyes of like seeing people developing eating disorders when I had known them when they didn't have it. And the more chaotic their life became, the more control they exerted over themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to say we've explored potentially your neurodivergence in other episodes, but of all of the people that have body dysmorphia and eating disorders, about 20 to 23% have comorbid neurodivergence, or specifically autism.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's like
20%.
cool. I don't, that's not cool, but like it's interesting.
Yeah. And it is about emotional regulation. When you have a lot of sensory needs, when you feel like an alien in the world and you're being treated poorly, it's hard to regulate. So the only way to self-regulate is to exert some kind of control. And if you already have sensory needs, if you already have texture difficulties, like food is a very big part of the phenotype or how neurodivergence shows up. Maybe you already don't like the texture of a certain vegetable. You don't like it. Your life feels out of control. You're dysregulated. You're emotionally upset. And so it's just that much easier to stop eating something and then not eat that ever again.
Yeah.
It just throws into all of those different food aversions. There's so many different comorbidities around it. It's like some people are neurodivergent, some people are autistic and have an eating disorder. Some people can have either without either. But there's so much that is like interconnected here. And I see that with you.
That's interesting. It also kind of makes me feel better because as I learn more about neurodivergence and think about the fashion industry, I'm like, that's the most neurodivergent industry to ever exist. Everyone is a freak.
And people wonder why I put up with so much of the toxic things in the culture of American Apparel. And it really is because I'm neurodivergent. I don't have a good sense of what normal is. If you weren't neurodivergent and you were thrust into the modeling world and people were treating you that way and people were eating cotton balls, as a neurotypical person, you'd be like, that is fucked up and I cannot accept this. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm out. But a lot of neurodivergent people are more susceptible to manipulation, abuse, entering cults because we don't know what the social structure is. We don't know what normalcy is. So like something completely abnormal and bad is somehow logical to us. Like we can make sense of it and be like, oh no, that's normal for this situation.
Yeah.
Or that's normal because I'm exceptional.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
throwing up is normal because like we all are skinny.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
A new normal gets established and the sirens don't blare because you're possibly neurodivergent.
Yeah. I also think until I moved to New York when I was 19, like growing up in abusive situations, it was really my agent for 10 years called me Piggy. That was his nickname for me. Now, let's also look at some other facts to this, right? I'm a model. You're my agent. So
There's a power dynamic
there's
there.
a power dynamic. You're calling me Piggy every day and you're gay. And he was like very aggressive and would say really inappropriate things to us and like do stuff. Now, I had a hierarchy in my agency because I was a top earner. So I can get away with certain things that the other boys couldn't. Just that's what it is. And that's every agency in the world. I don't want to hear it. That's how it works.
Yeah. They look at you like shareholder value and
It
then
is
they
the
value
same
as
in
such.
sports, like whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. There's a pecking order. But I'm looking back on it now as a dad, and I'm just like, man, if somebody said that to my kid, like, and also I'm looking back on this, and I'm like, at the time I'm 21. You're 45. Like,
I'm not making money for you. You treat me like garbage.
no, but like, think about the perversion of someone to say that to a young person. Like, you're a piece of shit. And now, because I'm like so blessed, you know, my friends are like C-suite executives and like blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, you're a fucking male modeling agent. Like, sorry, you're not that important, dude.
I think the other thing besides my job title is that I'm a person that knows you, sees you, and cares about you.
Absolutely, but like,
And they weren't any of those things.
I just like, I'm just saying, like, I'm really thinking about like adults treating like literal child, like we were teenagers. That's a child. It's a child.
It's a child.
That's
yeah.
child abuse. Like, that's insane.
And those things had lasting effects on your psyche, even today.
Yeah.
Even in watching a video of yourself today.
Yeah.
It has a real impact.
It's sad, you know? It's sad. So I'm trying to work on it. I think the other thing that comes up why I get really embarrassed is like, it's always three answers when I talk to people about it. You're delusional. Look at your face. Like, which is them trying to build me back up, which I appreciate, but it's called dysmorphia. Like my brain does not see me the way that anybody else does.
Yeah.
Like, when you see normal, I see severely obese, and then I need to like abuse myself to come back to a place where like I'm normal to me. And this came up today. Like, I sent this photo to you, which felt like a big step for me. It's from 5 years ago, and you were like, "Dude, whoa." I look at that photo and I'm like, I look fucking great. My body is literally crooked. I'm so skinny. My body could not hold itself anymore.
That's what I said. It looks
Yeah.
like you don't have enough muscle to hold your skeleton. And you're 6'2".
Yeah.
Like you're built to be tall and strong.
Yeah.
You're not built to just hold yourself up and collapse.
But that's what my body was doing. You know, like I could wear my ex's pants at that point. That's weird. That's not like normal. I mean, it's normal for some guys. Like, some guys are really tiny, but like I'm not. Like, I'm naturally like athletic build, you know?
Yeah.
I of course know my sizes because I'm a fucking model. It was the first moment where I was like, that's not healthy. That wasn't cool. Like, that's like really sad.
Yeah,
you know?
but they imprinted as if you being unhealthy and sickly as the normal baseline. They like tried to reset your baseline of like, this is how you should be.
Yeah.
And basically brainwash you into thinking that when you are at your healthiest, that's obese.
Yeah, I remember I was up for a Tom Ford campaign. It was $50,000. I'll be super honest about it. It was between me and 3 other dudes. I mean, it still probably would have been like the biggest campaign I had ever done. It was a big deal. And I got a call from my agent. And at this point, the disillusionment with modeling was really setting in. I had already been going for 12 years now. I really wanted to be done, but I didn't know how. And it's literally taking me another 8 years to get the fuck out of it.
Right. Some people I know make $50,000 a year, let alone one job.
Yeah. But, you know, for me, that it was a reality. I mean, I have friends who've made millions of dollars in a day. So anyways, I get a call from my agent and they're just like, hey, like, you didn't book it. Like, you're a fucking fat. And I was like, what? And they were just like, yeah, dude, like, what? Like, you're such a fucking idiot. You fucked this up. You're a fucking fat ass. They're like, you're not allowed to work until you lose 25 fucking pounds. And they hung up.
That's not okay.
But now
It's not true and it's not okay.
Well, now I'm looking at it and I'm really, really thinking about it. I was a size 32 pants at that moment in time. That's fucking nuts, dude. Like, that's nuts. But then also it's like, you're going to make $50,000. Like, fucking sack up and be fucking anorexic, you fucking bitch. That's also it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's really weird and it's sad. And I just don't ever want this to feel like I'm really working on it not feeling normal anymore. It's so normal for me. You know what I mean?
But I think that those are the tools of the trade, right? They try to tell you that if you work hard at this, then you get the money. Like, that's the reward, except they're not being realistic about the cost.
But
because the cost of someone working hard at something else, like let's take an athlete, for example. Yes, they push themselves, but everything that they do actually like makes their body stronger, faster, and is healthier for them. Like for LeBron James, all the workouts he pushes himself to gets his body to peak form. Whereas the ways in which your agents wanted you to push your body through is actually making you sicker.
Also, LeBron James makes $200 million a year. Like, we were making like 100 to 200,000, which is it's not nothing, but like
to make yourself sick in body and in mind.
I think also this is the part that comes up for me, and I've really realized this. I will happily argue with anyone about this. Like, you're a prostitute. You're a prostitute. And that's what it is. I don't want to hear about it. Because you are.
Selling your body.
You're selling your
money.
body in like abstract misery for money. You're a fucking prostitute. And also, a lot of those supermodels, they got a price, trust me. And that's very, very prevalent and very well-known, well-documented, totally normal.
It's not empowered body or sex work.
No.
It's exploitative.
Not. It's not. And it also just has created like multiple generations of sickness. I have to be really careful when I like date people because I know immediately when somebody has the things, and it's just I can't be around it. It's too triggering for me. I'm 184 right now, which for a guy of my build and age is still lean. I could go up to like 210 and still be healthy, but I know how to go down to 150. It takes me 3 weeks. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like most girls that I probably have dated recently are like 140. That's like not weird. In my world, that's like insane.
No, that's what I weighed like last year at
5'2". It's not weird though. Like we're the fucked up ones, and like that's really why it's just been hard for me to even like say yes to modeling gigs because like the money, but it's like okay, $5,000 that I'll see in 4 months to like just fucking hate myself. Like it's not worth it.
No.
It's just not. And I'm just kind of good on it. And when I was styling, this also came up to me in a really real way. I was just like,
where you're pulling clothing and sizes for other people.
Yeah. I mean, I styled my friend's band, and it was this really big moment for me because 1, my heart wasn't in it, but 2, seeing how real people see themselves in the mirror was really, really sad for me. Because my buddy,
In what
he's in a band, and like we got him all this cool stuff, and I tailored it, and like he looked rad, and he just felt so confident, and he's just like a normal guy. He has normal sizes. He's just like, he's not a model. Like he's not like, you know, he's just a normie. And
but he had a Pretty Woman moment, and you
yeah,
brought out his like best looking self, and he felt good about it. Whereas you in the same situation would have.
I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I can't. When I go get something tailored, like the tailors hate me because they don't work. Like I don't even try it on. Like this is so stupid and first world, but like the moment of watching somebody just feel so good about themselves because of how they look in clothes, I just was like,
You wish you had that.
I don't. I just also was like, man, what a fucking what an unfortunate thing that all that joy was just taken from me at 18. You know me, like I know how to dress, I know how to look cool, whatever. I know what I like, I have aesthetic, but like the joy. like
Yeah.
you should have joy in like getting ready. I look at it with my daughter. She just feels so cool, and I'm just I never, you know, I don't have that.
I often hear you say that you're proud of yourself for things that you've been able to learn or achieve, but I've almost never heard you say something positive about the way you look.
No, you won't. I mean, you just won't.
Do you even remember the last time you felt good in your body and did
No.
like the way you look?
No. It's just not really a thing for me. I think now, though, what I am getting really good at is how I feel up here. So I know that I know how to work out 3 times a day and eat 400 calories a day and I know how to do it the toxic way, but the new healthy good feeling way is like, whoa, I like to feel exhausted because I'm ADHD. That helps my ADHD. I like to eat healthy at least half the time because my body functions better when I'm exercising, which helps my ADHD. Like now it's all informed of like, how is this feeling? And I think that's also why this depression hasn't been like I'm going downhill. It's just like a slow uphill, which is great.
Because you're learning tools of how do I help my body even if I don't like the aesthetic of it? How do I help myself feel better about it anyway?
Because it's about how I feel in my head. I think that's why they thought I was manic depressive. And so now knowing what I know and doing all like the work I have on my brain and knowing that it's like a hyperactive like sensory thing, I need to be a little bit more tired than other people. It helps my brain. I can't be in a chair on a computer all day. Like that's just not how my brain works. So in that aspect, it's really positive. I don't go that hard anymore. I used to kill myself when I worked out. Like it was psycho. Like I would do 2 a days at the HIIT gym.
Yeah.
Like a guy like me, I'm burning 1,000 calories at class. That's 2,000 calories a day, and I was eating like 600 calories a day. Really psychotic.
And the fact that you're counting your calories like
all
that and
day.
so mindful about like, I'm not 185 pounds, I'm 184. I'm not
All day.
You know, this is 400 calories, not 600 calories. Like,
And
it's
that's what's like
so much mental hoop
gymnastics. Yeah. And that's what's been cool too is like the last 6 months, I don't really think about it anymore. I mean, you know, like there are days where like I don't like how I feel mentally because I like drank too much beer and ate too many cheesy things, but that's just like I'm also 35 now. Like my body just feels different too. You know, back in the day, oh my god,
So much food noise, so much weight noise.
You have to punish yourself for that. You know, one sandwich is 2 months of spinach and chicken. 2 months. Just so different now, so I feel good about that.
Yeah.
But there are still days where like I fucking hate how I look, or we post a clip and I'm like, oh my, no. And that's not your fault, and I feel bad because like we're co-hosts. But you know, I'd rather be honest about it.
Yeah.
That's all I can do. Is any of this similar to how you felt after you had kids? Like, did any of this come up for you after children?
Yeah. I mean, I think girls are socialized, especially in East Asian cultures, to be valued for their looks. And we grew up in a generation where skinniness was the ideal. And in Hong Kong culture, in Cantonese, it's perfectly acceptable to constantly talk about someone's weight and to call someone fat. Because genetically, a lot of Southern Chinese people, women, are just naturally genetically so thin. Right?
Right.
I didn't get that in my genes. My average build, like my genetic imprint of how my body should be is just like average, as opposed to like naturally real thin.
Right.
Like you get off the plane in Hong Kong, you see a lot of people who are super thin, and that's just no matter how much they eat, that's their set point. That's not my set point.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with a mom and family members who even at the age of 6 would say that I was fat.
Wow. Yeah.
You know? Because I wasn't naturally real thin like an Asian girl should be. And so I've just grown up being called fat my whole life and understanding that that wasn't the East Asian ideal. And I think all women in a lot of cultures face that too. There's very few cultures right now that are like, yeah, voluptuousness or being thick was seen as the ideal until like very recently. Right? The dominance of like Western standards or East Asian standards, it's like tall, thin, pale. Right? And I was none of those things. So that's been deeply ingrained in me by my culture and by society and the media forever, for as long as I have lived. So that's always a background hum, I think, for any woman. It's like they wake up, they get dressed, and there's always something about their body that they wish were better.
Right.
Or like looked thinner or looked a certain way or like was a kind of ideal. That's just the human existence almost.
Yeah.
But it's just like pushed at you all the time. The difference after childbirth, obviously, it's the most grueling physical thing that can happen to you. And in my instance, like I'm a very small girl. I had 2 children with a man who's 6'5", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like I had large children and like my actual stomach and muscles and skin like stretched this big. You know, there's photos of me pregnant and naked. You see just how much like a woman body changes.
Yeah.
In the last year, I've lost about 20 pounds.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Right. So immediately after childbirth, first, like your body went through so many hormonal changes, physical changes, and then there's the lifestyle changes of like, you're not sleeping properly for years. Your hormones don't stabilize till 2 years after you gave birth, and I gave birth and I gave birth again. So it took me probably 6 years in a row to even get close to normalcy as opposed to like back to an ideal state. So my daughter is now 4 and I'm finally, and my son is 7.
Yeah.
So it took me, and I was pregnant for almost a year. So it took me 8 years, a full 8 years to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight.
Wow.
And I don't believe in the snapback or the bounce back. I actually think that it's really tough on women to see celebrities with a private chef and a personal trainer be like, back in a bikini in 2 months. Sometimes that happens. Some people are athletes before. They constantly work out and like maybe genetically, naturally, they can snap back to their pre-baby body. Like I wasn't one of those people. And even now, as I've like gradually lost all of the weight, like my stomach is forever stretched out.
Right.
Like someone bends me over and fucks me from behind, like my skin just hangs over.
Yeah,
and
but
that's like
just
that's just like what happens to a body.
Yeah.
Like if you stretch it all the way out, it literally doesn't snap back.
Yeah.
Right? That's just going to be like a hang up that I have. Or like before kids, I had natural, perky C-cup breasts. And then in the changes of pregnancy and breastfeeding, they just like stretched, shrank, and sagged. And that comes with aging anyway. And it's actually not breastfeeding that changes it or like milk production that
gravity.
changes it. It's gravity and hormones.
Yeah.
Pregnancy hormones allow that. But there's so many things that I could stand in front of a mirror and like nitpick. And because of childbirth, there are some things that women who don't have children don't face, right? There's a reason why it costs so much money for like, and they call it a mommy makeover. They do lipo, a tummy tuck, and breast lift, breast augmentation, because like that's just the natural destruction of a female body that goes through childbirth.
Yeah.
Even in dating now, even though my face looks much younger than my age, if people who are younger than me are interested in me, like I do remind them like, I'm 40 and I've had 2 kids. Even if my face looks like I'm 27 or 31, like my body does not look like a 31-year-old. That's just not happening.
But I feel like you're so at peace with that.
I am. And I think it's taken maturity, turning 40, to realize that, yes, do I envy and wish for my 27-year-old body back? Yeah, of course. I also know that today is the youngest and hottest I'll ever be.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be one day older.
I
So
love that.
if I can't be present and grateful for my body today and appreciate how hot I am today, why would I waste all of my time just beating myself up? I'm the best version of myself right now, physically speaking.
Yeah.
Even in terms of aging, let alone like aesthetics.
Yeah.
It's like today is the youngest I'll ever be.
That's cool.
When you have kids and you're proud of your own character, you learn to value things other than the way that you look. Because I wasn't put in the same position as you. I was never valued for the way that I looked. I was always valued as a child, as a 9-year-old. It's like, well, you're never going to be the prettiest one, but thank God you are always the smartest one.
Yeah. That's cool. I love that though.
And unfortunately or fortunately, I also get a lot of confidence from validation from my partners. I choose to only sleep with people who think my body is great.
Yeah.
Like my last partner really loved my hips and was always touching my hips. And like my hips were something that I was really conscious of after giving birth. But like he really liked that about my body. And so I learned to like that about my body. In general, I think in losing a bunch of weight, and the goal wasn't just to lose weight, it was to feel comfortable in my own skin. Walking a lot, swimming, being kind to my body makes me feel better about it.
Yeah.
What's something that you're going to do to feel better about how you look?
I think just honestly, I've realized how important being outside is for me. And it kind of washes away a lot of this stuff. I think it also is raining in LA this week, and it's like been, cold for us. That never helps when you're already feeling like molasses, but like I really like want to be outside more.
Yeah. When I was feeling really sad and feeling worthless, you do this with your daughter and you asked me to do this with myself, which is to give yourself affirmations. Sometimes you need to look in the mirror and do the same thing with you.
Yeah, you're right. I downloaded this affirmation app. So like every like 5 minutes it gives you like a new affirmation. It's like a widget.
Yeah.
So,
that's what you made me download.
Yeah, it like kind of works. Like some of it is like kind of dumb, but I don't mind it.
Yeah. So look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am a hot person.
Okay, fine.
I know this was a really tough episode for us to record, but I think you're going to help a lot of people feel less alone.
I hope so.
And not a lot of men talk about this stuff.
We do not. That is true.
And so if you do appreciate us getting this vulnerable, then we noticed that only about half of you who listen to our podcast are actually subscribed. So if you could do us a favor and hit subscribe, whether that's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, however you like to listen to your podcast, that would mean a lot to us.
Yeah, because we're coming weekly now in a real way.
Yeah, we're really trying to make this work and be disciplined about it. And that's how we feel good about ourselves, being productive.
Honestly, yeah. I actually do feel better right now. So just subscribe. Come on.
Yeah. Thank you. Keep sharing our clips. Keep commenting. Thank you. And we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.